Hey y'all, welcome to Chaz's Lifestyle. Today we're making seafood mac and cheese. So first I'm just going to start by boiling my pasta. Now I want mine al dente, so follow the directions on the box. It doesn't matter which brand you use. Next I'm going to take a separate pot. I'm going to start on my cream sauce. I poured some heavy cream. I'm just seasoning this up. I will have all my ingredients listed down below in the description box. While it's warming up, I'm just going to whisk that up. And I have my heat on a medium-low heat. Now here I'm just adding some cheese. I use a couple different cheeses. Like I said, I will have everything listed below. This is some velveeta cheese. You don't have to use it, but hey, I love it. Now, if you want your mac and cheese to be thicker, the secret is to add more cheese. Add more cheese. Some people add flour and things like that, but I don't add flour or eggs. I just add more cheese to make it thicker and creamier. So I'm just going to melt my cheese in. I have my heat on a medium heat and my oven is preheating on 375. So I actually shred my cheese. I use block cheese. I don't use the pre-shredded cheese because, of course, as people know, they do have chemicals in it. And it doesn't break down as easily as cheese that's already, that you have to shred. Now in a baking dish, I'm just going to grease my baking dish with some butter. Now I'm adding my pasta that's drained and cooled into my sauce. Now, like I said, to make it thicker, add more cheese. I would do that next time for the seafood mac and cheese. I usually add a lot more cheese, but I ran out at that time. So here I'm just adding all my seafood. You can add whatever seafood you want, as much as you want. I already had my shrimp cooked in the Cajun butter sauce. I'm just adding some lump crab meat. You can add jumbo lump crab meat, snow crab meat, claw meat. But the claw meat, it has more of a really strong seafood taste, so just beware of that. I love the lump crab because it doesn't have too much of a strong taste, but you can still taste it. And it's very powering, and cheese is very powering as well. But like I said, to make it thicker, add more cheese. I would have layered it as well, at least 2 or 3 layers of cheese. And then we're just going to place some more mac and cheese on there, then place some more cheese and get it ready for the oven. Just gotta cover it up. Try not to stick it on the cheese. We're gonna cover it up, place it in the oven for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to uncover it and let it cook for a remaining of 30 minutes. Now, the key is to letting your mac and cheese sit once it's done for at least 20 to 30 minutes. I didn't do that. I was ready to dig in, so of course the consistency was different than will it be if you actually let it sit. Perfect top. Oh my gosh, so crispy and cheesy. Now, like I said, let it sit for 20 to 30 minutes. I didn't do it, so mine was all over the place, but it was still so good. If you decide to make it, be sure to tag me on Instagram at Chaz's Cuisines. Give me a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe.